Welcome back, everybody. Moving on to the next item on our list here, we're going to add music and audio to our little game, our little Defender clone this time. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to drop out of my Playmaker editor there. Oops, I guess I must have pushed the wrong button. Try it again. There it goes. And I'm going to go ahead and go into my Asset Store window. Let's see, Asset Store, where are you? Oh, here it is. And let's see, let's get this thing out of here so I can see it a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to look for sci-fi audio and see if we can find any free stuff that we can use. Free only. Audio sound effects, that might be cool. Free sci-fi music, sci-fi sound effects. Okay, so we've got various things here. Here's a sci-fi music pack, retro sci-fi pack. Let's see what that is. Grab this retro pack. Sounds for heavy industrial equipment, engine noises, conduit, shields, and energy fields. Not really what I'm looking for. So let's go back. Kind of looking for lasers and stuff like that. Let's see here. Apocalypse. Yeah, that's not what I want. Background audio. Nope, that's $10. Looking for free stuff. Go back. Go back. There we go. Sci-fi audio bundle. What do we have here? That's $70. Did I not select free? Free only. Ah, here we are. We're back. Free sci-fi music. What is this? Okay, so it's got like one music thing. I mean, probably due for the demo that we're trying to do here. Should probably go ahead and add that one down into here. Here's a little music pack. This has 10 different ones. So let's go ahead and I'm going to grab this sci-fi music pack by Robson Kazendi. I'm sure I mispronounced the name. Yeah, I'm going to accept this. And it's going to download that. So let me pause this while it goes about getting that imported into the project. Okay, so got that downloaded. We'll go ahead and import that into the project. Should show up over here in our project pane here in just a second. And then once we get that imported, we'll go ahead and see if we can't grab a couple things that have some shooting effects or explosion effects or various things like that. In fact, while that's doing that, I won't do that. Okay, so this should finish up here in just a second, so I'll go ahead and let it finish importing. Okay, so we've got our music loaded in, and it's down here in Sci-Fi Music Pack. I got a couple ones that we could look at, like Space Battle, maybe. Maybe that's the one I want to use. I could kind of use that as my background music for the actual game going on. It seems a little upbeat considering how few enemies I generally shoot at the player. But yeah, I could always change how many enemies are going. Yeah, I could kind of see that one as a main menu maybe. Once we get to main menu, take a look at other stuff here. Maybe this one is a main menu actually. See what happens right here on these. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, so maybe I'll use that one as my level music. I like that one, Jolly Bot. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get some music going in our level here. So Game Manager, I'm gonna put it in Game Manager. Now the way that audio works in Unity is you have what's called an audio source and an audio listener. The audio listener is your ears in the world, and the audio source is what actual playing, right? You can only have one pair of ears in a world. Generally speaking, the main camera always has an audio listener, so we've got an audio listener by default. So going back to Game Manager, I'm going to go ahead and add a component, do an audio source like so, and this audio source is going to play, let's see, what do I want it to play? I want it to play this Jolly Bot, like so. That's what it's going to play. It's going to loop, so it plays it forever and ever. On this, I'm making a 2D game, so my spatial blend can be 2D. That means I don't have any fall off or anything on it. So let's see, we should have audio background music going on now when we play our game. Let's see what we've got. There we go. So we got some nice background music for our game. That sounds nice. Alright, so next up, and did that guy, he just dodged my laser. I don't think I like that. Stop it. Okay, so next up, let's go see what else we can find. We're going to look for some laser shoot, explosion kind of sounds. So going back into our asset store really quick. Make sure we're on free. Sci-fi sound effects. What all is in this one? Alarms, language, ambience, jingles, 10 lasers. That's nice. Not really what I'm looking for. Although that one would probably work. Could probably get away with that one. Industrial free sci-fi package. What do we have in this one? We have an explosion. We have a laser. Coin pickup. Power pickup. UI blip. Footsteps. Ambience loop. That's nice. Blips, bloops, clicks. Hey, let's just grab this guy. So I'm going to grab this audio sound effects by Blip Bloop. Bleep Bloop Audio. That's a cool name. I like that. Bleep Bloop. Okay, so let's go ahead and import this one. Like so. Coming in. And once, okay, so now that is in. And that went somewhere over here. See if we can find it. Assets. It's not fonts. Oh, it probably went into assets. Free. Assets. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to... I'll leave it. Name that. 8-bit. So we have a laser. What's this sound like? Works for me. An explosion. Works for me. What else do we have? Oh, that's kind of neat. I don't know what to do with that yet, but something. I like that one too. What's this? Haha. I like that. Okay. Footsteps, probably don't need that. Ambience, I've got my music going already. Blips. Loops. Clicks. Zalo. And what do we have down here? Just kind of looking at what we got here. Ooh, I like that one. I'm going to use that for an explosion also. Okay, so we've got a couple lasers. Alright, we've got an explosion right here. I'd actually like to have a second laser for shooting for when the alien shoots. But maybe for now I'll just use one laser. Alright, fair enough. Let's go into our player ship. So here's our player, what we've got so far. I'm going to go ahead and do an add component. And we're going to add an audio component. Or I'm sorry, an audio source component. Let's do a couple double checking here. Play on awake does not need to be turned on. This is not going to loop. Spatial blend 2D is fine. And we're looking good here. Notice I don't have any audio clip right in there. That's cool. That's fine. Alright, now going into our state machine, we have a shoot right here. Let's bring this up. And so basically this shoot, whenever they press, let's edit our prefab. Whenever they press the fire button, we want to play a shooting noise. Okay, so let's go action browser, and we will do a, let's see, play, what do we have down here? We have an audio play. Plays the audio clip set with set audio clip, so I'd need to use a set audio clip. I mean, that could work, I could do it. Plays a random audio clip, nope, I'm sorry, play sound. Plays an audio clip at a position defined by a game object, blah blah, blah 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 blah. Let's see, let me look at audio play. You know what, we're going to use audio play. Add that action to our state. Let's bring that up here to the top, like so. Use owner, yes. Volume 1, yes. What audio do we want to play? Well, let's create a variable for this, and I'm going to call this variable my laser audio. And yeah, we're going to play that. And we're going to go to variables, find our laser audio, make that an inspector, like so. So we've got our laser audio right there, so let's go grab laser. Zoom, right there. Alright, looking good so far. Let me move that off screen. Let's go ahead and let's see. Oh, we're on a player, aren't we? Let me see. I'm trying to... Something weird just happened. I'm trying to figure out why it is I'm in a prefab here. Am I not making my player ship? What am I working on? What did I just do? Okay, I've got an audio source. Make sure I didn't tear things up here. No, it's all in there. It must be correct. Okay. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and click apply right there. I didn't realize I had a prefab for my player. Okay, well, if it doesn't work, then I just redo some stuff. I must have messed something up. Let's see here. Okay. So every time I fire, I'm getting some noise. That's nice. So next up is I want an explosion noise. So let's take a look at our player ship. We have a movement, a vertical, a shoot, a life system. Let's go into our life system. And the question is, so here's our life system. When do we want to play an explosion noise? So I'm going to do an edit instance right here. And it's going to be in our update lives, because a live right here, a collision occurred, and then we come over here to update, and this is where I want to actually play my noise. So action browser, we're going to do a play audio. Spelt it wrong. Try that again. Audio play. There we go. Let's see. Put that up above my int compare. The reason I'm making sure to put it above my int compare is to make sure that it doesn't get out of this state before it plays that. Because remember, it does our actions in order, so it'll get down to this int compare and it'll go in one of those directions, and if my audio plays below that, it'll never play it. So let's create a variable from this one. This is going to be a new variable. This is going to be explosion. We'll do that. Yeah, and then we're going to go to our variables. Let's go find explosion right there. Make it an inspector. So we have an explosion right here. So let's go back to up here to the top. We have an explosion. Actually, I kind of liked, which one was it? This one? There was a different one that I wanted to use for the player, I thought. Maybe not. I thought I did, though. I thought I found one that I liked better for the player. That one. I'm going to use that one for the player. So let me select player ship and scroll down, find the explosion. Where is it? It's right here, explosion. And that was what? Oh man, I need to pay attention. Nope, it was hits accept, isn't it? Yes, hits accept, that's what I'm after. Okay, so there's the explosion again, hits accept. Put it up here. Alright, let's see if we got an audio playing on our player dying. We should. Hit me. We do. Okay, now we need an audio for when the AI dies. So let's go ahead and let's apply our changes there. Let's go down here to find our prefabs for our enemy ship. And destroy player, chase player. Okay, so you know what? This enemy basically gets destroyed when he gets shot by a player laser. Pretty much. Right. Yeah. So let's go down here. Let's grab this player laser. And I'll go on into my movement one right here where I destroy the enemy. And I'm also giving points and everything. Let's go ahead and do an action browser. Do a play audio in here. And we're going to need an audio component. That's what it's telling me. I need an audio source. So let's go ahead and add an audio source to our laser. The audio clip I want to play is going to be another explosion, like so. Yeah. Let's make that a variable that is inspectored, like so. There's my explosion. Go find that audio. It's up here, explosion. Dink. Okay, so now let's see if the player, or if the enemy makes an explosion noise when he gets shot by the player. He should. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I seem to have broken something without even paying attention to what I was doing. So hold on just a second. Let me figure out what it is that I just did. Okay, you know what? I don't know what I just did because it seems to be working now. Yeah, it's working just fine now. Where'd you go? Oh, dang it. He's going to kill me. Okay, so notice but see how the laser stays there? So let me show you what's kind of going on here. Let's go back to our player laser down here. And what's happening is this destroy stuff, this delete right here, isn't being called until it is done playing this, right? Until it is done playing this audio. Okay, so, what do we want to do about that? There's a couple of things that we can do. Trying to decide the easiest way to approach this. What I'm thinking might actually be the easiest. See, if I do a destroy self, as soon as it destroys itself, any audio it's playing just disappears as well because, well, it just destroyed itself. So what I'm going to do is kind of, cheat a little bit. And basically, I'm going to set it so that, how do I want to do this? I'm trying to decide best approach here. I really want this to be played somewhere else, is what I want to happen. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's make that get played somewhere else. Let's go to, let's see, I don't want to do it in the game manager because we have our background music going on there. So I'm going to go to my player ship. I don't really know that I want to do it there either, because the player might be trying to shoot some more. Yeah, my laser is going to be the best place for this, player laser. That audio is just a little bit long for me. 0.7 of a second. Oh well. Back down to my player laser right here. And I got rid of that. You know what? I'm going to leave it for right now. And here's why. Because in the next video I'm going to add, like explosion effects on top of it. And I'm thinking that I can probably hide a lot of this behind there. But if I want to actually start manually hiding some stuff, I can go ahead and let's do a set property, target object. Yeah, this doesn't really. So I'd much rather be straight. Okay, let's see. No, yeah, let's just, for right now, we're going to leave that because I'm going to be putting an explosion effect on top of that in the next video, our little explosions particles. And I think that's going to really mask and hide the problem that we've got here. But there's other things that we can do to solve this as well. Anyway, we'll really, if the explosion particle doesn't work, then we'll come up with another solution. But we now have audio in our game, so that's pretty cool stuff. And as I said, next up is going to be explosions. So we'll see you.